Today I'm going to be showing you how to change your wax guard in a Phonak Audeo, either the Marvel or the Paradise hearing aid. Keep in mind that if you have this model of hearing aid but you have an ear mold attached to the end of it, you would need to use a different type of a wax filter. So if you have a Phonak Audeo Marvel or an Audeo Paradise that looks like this, that has a dome on the end of it and not an ear mold, this video is for you. So we have our hearing aid here and we have our wax filters. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up this box. And in the inside of this box has instructions. So if you didn't want to refer back to this video, if you forgot how to do it, you could actually look at these instructions. So we'll set that off to the side. This little disc here has two little holes. Okay, so the first one is your trash can. This is how you're going to dispose of the dirty filter in your hearing aid. And then number two is your clean filter. And then once you've used this, you're going to rotate this. So this rotates in a clockwise circle, and there's 8 filters in this container. So you can change your filter 8 times before you would need to replace this, okay? So a question I get asked a lot is, how often do I need to change my filter? And to answer that, you would want to look out for noticing if your hearing aid sounds weak or distorted or muffled. Those would be reasons you would want to change your filter. Sometimes it can actually cause your hearing aid to just feel like it's completely dead and it's not working at all. That would be another reason why you would want to change it. And then of course, if you take the hearing aid out of your ear, notice that there's a lot of wax built up on the end of the hearing aid, you would also want to just check your filter and make sure that it's not clogged as well. So to change your filter, obviously you have to take off the dome first. So we're gonna grab onto your hearing aid here. And this dome, this is an open style, so yours might look a little different than this. There's a bunch of different styles of domes that can go on hearing aids, but they all come off the same way. So you're gonna grab onto the dome, grab onto your hearing aid, and you just kind of pull it apart. So we get a close up here. If we look at the end of the hearing aid, see this little tiny white dot in the end? That is your filter, okay? And sometimes you can actually see if the filter is dirty, because sometimes you can't see that at all and you just see kind of some yellow wax or debris from the ear. So this is what it should look like. This is a clean filter that's in this hearing aid right now, okay? So we're going to take the filter out. So I like to put this flat down on the table, because if you put the new one in and it's crooked, it's really hard to take it out the next time. So I always just put it nice and flat on the table. And then we're going to take our hearing aid and we are just going to go straight into the first hole, and then we lift up. Okay, so you can see that filter now just is in that first hole where the trash can is. And if we look in the hearing aid, there's no more filter in there. So to put our new one in, again, lay this flat down on the table. We're going to just go straight down into the second hole here and lift up. Okay, so that put the new filter in. So you can see number 2 is now gone because it's in the hearing aid. So next time you want to use this, you're going to have to go clockwise. Another common question I get is, what happens if I skip this? Like, can I go back? This can rotate as much as you want. I mean, you could keep spinning this for days. And the way that it actually works is, if I take this apart, you can kind of see. There's 2 circles. So the circle in the middle, this one right here, these are all of the dirty filters. So once they're fully dirty, there's not going to be any more clean ones in this outer circle. So you would need to replace your filters. You need to purchase another pack. And you can get those here at Waterville Audiology. So again, if you forgot any of those things, you do have a reminder in your instructions when you get a new pack of wax filters. And what these are called is, they're called the Ceru Shield disc. So now we're gonna put our dome back on. So if you look in the underside of the dome, there's a little circle that will connect to the end of your hearing aid. So you'll just kind of push it on. And this one is easy to tell. Some of the domes will cover this more and you have to peel it back. But on the open style, you can really tell if it's on there or not. If it wasn't on correctly, you would see that it would either be, you know, sideways, or maybe it's not touching, not to touch, kind of like this part right here. So you just want to push it on as best as you can. And the danger to, if you didn't have it on all the way, is that sometimes it could end up in your ear. So you just want to make sure that's secure on the hearing aid. And that's it. So that's how you change your Phonak Audeo Marvel or Phonak Audeo Paradise wax guards.